Right, can I just ask you about Dominic Calvert-Lewin is doing very well at the moment. He's forced his way into being the number one striker now at the club. You two have both walked the number 9 at our club, and you mentioned on another video how important it is. What have you made, first of all, Andy, what have you made of Dominic Calvert-Lewin's progress over the last 6 months?
Good to see, because I think it's a position that we need someone to take. No one's really grabbed it. It's been a problem for us since probably Lukaku left, I guess.
Yeah.
We haven't really found a centre forward to come in and do that. Dominic's, I like what I see. I don't know him obviously, but I like his attitude. He seems to have a fantastic work ethic. His ability to run the channels and to work hard and play for his team without question. Still a bit raw around the edges. Still got lots of things to improve on. No one's ever perfect, so he's got lots of things to work on. So the basics are good.
Okay.
That's what I do like. The basics are good. The attitude's good. I like the way he moves about the football pitch. Just little things, subtle things, like his touch has to become a little better. He definitely needs to up his record of scoring goals. It's not easy in this league, we know that. I'd like to see him score more goals. I would like to see him, but I think giving him a longer spell in the team will help him. Don't just leave him out if he doesn't get a goal in a couple of games. Keep him in it, let him work through that. But I like what I see, and listen, the kid is a talent, there's no doubt about that. You know, he plays for England at various levels and does the business for them. So it's a step up going up to the Premier League and doing it, but I like what I see, and I hope we can continue to work with him and he will improve. But Sharpie sees much more of him than I do.
I agree with Andy. I think he's got all the attributes you want from a striker. I think he's quick, I think he's good in the air. As Andy quite right said, he runs the channels. And I think if there's only a negative is people will say they'll judge centre forwards by the goals they score, and they'll probably say he doesn't score enough goals. What you've got to remember there as well is we ain't creating an awful lot. You know, so that role he's got at the moment is a lone striker. As we've both played it, it is the hardest job in football, being up there, having to show, having to get in the box. You know, so it's a really tough job for him at this moment in time. But I think, listen, we tend to forget as well that he's only the age he is.
Just turned 22 last week.
He's only a young lad. You know, but unfortunately in football now we want instant success. I agree with Andy. I think he's got all the tools that you need to be a top player. If I'm being overcritical, maybe, I'd like to be more. And I know it's difficult in the game nowadays. Aggressive.
I was going to say that.
To come out and say, I saw him against Chelsea the other week, and I thought he was excellent. I thought he gave.
Has he not got aggression? I think
not against. He played against Chelsea the other week, and I thought, that's what I want to see, because he gave them a really tough time and aerially challenging and messing them about. So that, as you know, that when a defender comes off and he goes, wow, I'm glad they don't have to play against him every week. You know, I think if he gets that into his game, you know, there's no stopping. I think he's got every other attribute you want. I think his timing in the air is excellent, and he will be judged by his goals. And I think we've just got to be careful there as well. You know that, there will be times when we're not creating a lot of chances and he's not getting on the end of things. But for me, he's got everything. And it's again we talk about that word about desire and passion and being the best you want to be. I think he's got all the tools, and the next step's out to Dom.
Yes, and what he's got, Dom, 160. That's what you're aiming for. You should get that, no problem. I want to see Calvert-Lewin taking over Sharp, right?
Can I ask you, because you just what you said before about coming in as an older centre forward, do you think someone like Olivier Giroud, looks like he's leaving Chelsea in the summer, could be a good, I don't want to say mentor, because obviously Dom's doing his own, I know they're a different type of player, but another experienced striker, or do you think Everton would be better off going, because I'm sure they'll want to bring another one in as well, going for a more mobile one to compete with Dom?
Listen, Olivier Giroud,
been linked with him before.
Yeah, they have been linked with him before. And listen, he's the guy's. I think he's, as a Premier League player, I think he's a terrific centre forward. I've always said that. As a top bracket centre forward, if we're talking about the really elite, he's not quite there. But we're not batting in that park now.
No.
You know, we're buying in another shop altogether. And if we're buying in the shop that's Olivier Giroud, would he be an asset for us right now? 100% he would be. He's a French international. He's a World Cup winner. He's just scored for France a couple of days ago in midweek. in a qualifying match there. So he's playing at the highest level internationally. France think he's good enough for them to play.
Yeah.
So why would we not think he would be an asset if that's where Everton are going, and if he wanted to come and join us? It certainly would be, I think, advantageous to somebody like Dominic to learn from someone like that. I don't think that's a bad thing at all, in the same way that Shappy learned so much from me.
Can't wait, can you?
I know. So I mean, I think it's a plus, because the one thing, the hardest position in the world right now that everybody wants to buy, that everyone needs and everyone would like, is a goal scorer.
Yeah.
And they're not around. There's not many of them around. And everyone says, go buy someone, go buy. I would always say to some, who do Everton buy? Who can Everton afford?
Yeah, no, I think
You got one?
No, I think it's a really
Tough,
hard
innit?
one. Yeah, and I think Giroud, people look at him and they say, age-wise and everything, what Andy says about him, I can't argue with. I don't know, I think we've got to be very careful. I think our next steps in the transfer market have got to be the right ones. I've got to be the right ones. I think, don't get me wrong, I think Dominic's here, competition for places, is good. You've got the boy Cenk Tosun there as well, and his people's opinions on him. I don't think Cenk has been given a proper run of games. I don't think he's been played 2-3 on the trot, in and out. So it's been difficult for him as well. So, I think Dominic's he's certainly got the number 9 jersey at this moment in time, or the second or fourth position at this time. But I'm sure the manager and director of football will look to bring somebody else in. Who it is, we don't know. We don't know. And I think it's a really, as I said to you before, I think it's a really tough job, and I think it depends on how you want to play and how you want your team to play. What kind of focal point do you want? You look at Manchester City, where it's not necessarily a big target man. They've got an Aguero.
Different football.
It's how the manager belief in how he wants to play determines who we bring in.
Here we go for. Right, big thanks for great.
Cheers, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, Andy. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Thanks for watching.